out here giving away the new position of the Capitol Chief of Police to a black woman.
As they should.
Really?
Yes.
I
the
did
new
not know
chief
that.
of police for I forget the actual title that she has, but the Capitol Hill chief is now a black woman.
Shut
That is
up.
fire.
Because of everything that transpired. You see how white guilt works?
Man.
She is able to utilize that space and come up, even though we all know what the real deal is as to why they put her in that position, because they don't want us to get rowdy about it either.
Yes.
Well, this is not a political podcast, but did y'all see what the fuck went down then if we talking about the Capitol?
Yogananda Pittman is the new chief of police.
So when this happened
Pittman.
because of that?
No.
Or like...
Yes, of course it did.
Wait, so her becoming the chief?
Her becoming the new chief of this happened after the riot. And they did that because they don't want us black people who have been sitting back laughing at all this shit to get rowdy about it.
It really happened.
Don't get any ideas, black people.
The Capitol chief of police resigned. Yeah. He resigned because of the level of incompetence that was displayed during the attempted coup last week. So for those of y'all living under a rock and not in this country, there was a quote unquote what some of media outlets would painfully like to call a protest, which actually escalated to a riot and multiple acts of domestic terrorism, which included white people scaling the walls.
Cracker terrorists is what they are, and we can call them that because
domestic
they weren't
terrorists that I can't even say breached because they were let in. The police literally opened the barrel, was like, yeah, not your friend, but you could come in.
Come and knock on our door.
Like, it was, as far as I'm concerned, it was a lot of undercover and undercover law enforcement officers that were out of uniform, as far as I'm concerned, participating in a lot of this. And they're not from DC. They all flew in from different places, which honestly, probably the highlight of all of this media coverage has been watching the videos on social media of all of the people realizing they're on the no-fly list. because they told on themselves on Instagram and Facebook with their like, we stormed the Capitol.
But not only that, none of them were wearing masks.
None of them had on masks.
Jesus.
And they're getting escorted out of the airport by airport police and airport security, which I thought was phenomenal. That was great to watch. That was the highlight of the week for me.
Shout out to Vanilla Ice, y'all. They arrested all these motherfuckers.
Man,
ice, baby.
Grab them right
and listen. A brand new bitch is something. Grabs a hold of me tightly. It's the handcuffs. That's what that
handcuffs.
is.
Was it the handcuffs?
It was the handcuffs.
They got arrested in the airport.
Yeah, there's a lot of people getting arrested.
This was my problem too. Like, I was waiting, like, these motherfuckers didn't even bring out the hoses like they have on black people during the civil rights, during our peaceful protests.
What are we not understanding at this point? We can't even, I'm sorry to cut you off, but at this point in time, y'all know the vibes. It's America.
This is America.
This is the vibes.
America. Fuck yeah. That's what this is.
America. This is you. This is you. Like, y'all been doing this forever. We can't be surprised anymore that this is the actions and this is what it is.
Right.
But what we can do is really, as people of color, take another look at the amendments. Take another look at the laws. Take another look at all of the things that we learned in the Constitution, the bill, like all that stuff that we learned in school, and read the lines as well as read in between the lines and finesse the system just like those folks did on January 6th. Because at this point in time, it's a free-for-all. It's only going to get worse from this point in time. Like, we can't sit down and be like, this is not fair, this is unjust. All right, cool. So what are you going to do to make sure you're protected as an American citizen, as a person of color, as a black person, to further move throughout this mess that is called America? I know what I'm going to do is, right now I'm using my First Amendment right to let you guys know that I will be using my Second Amendment right.
Amen.
As an American, because shit's about to go
So wait, do you agree with Carrie Hilson's take then? Because you brought up the amendments and the importance of understanding
What was her
our
take?
rights.
Oh, God.
So if you guys didn't see it, so again, while we're talking about all the political shit, pretty much all of the social media apps suspended Donald Trump's accounts. He did go and try to tweet from the POTUS account as well, which they went ahead and took that away too. So Carrie Hilson, I'll go ahead and read what her take is because a lot of people are upset with her. But she said, "This may be funny, but it is a little dangerous too. Take Trump out of it for a moment. A democracy must include freedom of speech," which is what you were talking to with the amendments. "Imagine other leaders or popular figures not being able to voice their opinion if it opposes the majority of world leaders. Our freedom of speech being taken from us. Slowly but surely, censorship. If the leader of the quote-unquote free world can be removed, imagine that same right of civilians. Imagine believing," screaming, can you scroll up? I'm sorry, yeah, our monitors are blocking. There we go. "Imagine believing every time you read, quote unquote, false information detected and propaganda, deceptive reports, and flat out lies being the only
only
thing we see.
So like, what you're saying is if you want us to do the, as far as talking about the amendments, what all of these apps and what people are praising essentially is his freedom of speech and his First Amendment right being taken away.
Well, I ain't say nothing of what the fuck she said.
No, and there's a huge difference between exercising your right and voicing your opinion and inciting violence. They're not the same.
Okay.
And to be clear,
because that's still a crime.
That's still a crime. When you incite, and you are encouraging and inciting violence. As a civilian, you're violating the rights of all these platforms, and they take you off. They flag you for less. They flag you for nipples.
They sure do.
As women, we get flagged for nipples.
We sure
I'm
do.
getting flagged for
Breastfeeding
nipples,
mother is getting flagged.
the president of the United States needs to be flagged and flogged.
Ooh, flogged with some leather whips, baby.
For sorry.
Gross.
Damn it, Mandy.
Flogging is
That's
that is a term in the community.
We
know,
know, but
it's
not him.
What's the other flogging term?
Just hold on to your First Amendment here. Just hold on to it. I don't want to mute it. Just hold on to it.
Flogging means what?
It's a violent to be flogged and beaten with just.
Oh, not in a sexual
not
way.
In a sexual
Okay.
way. I was not.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
Just put a pin in that. Put a pin in that flogging for a second.
All right.
No, at the end of the day, that's what the objection is. The objection is not to someone voicing their opinions. We can voice opinions when you are the president of the United States. Your number one responsibility becomes upholding the law and upholding a standard for which every American is supposed to perform, regardless of your opinion. It's not about your opinion. When you become the president, your opinion has to come second to your job. That is why you are the president of the United States. You are supposed to bring respect and honor to that office. And he did not do that one time in 4 years, not once.
So they should have suspended his goddamn account prior to this whole
They should have
bullshit.
done it. They
Like,
should
a
have done it
long time
a
ago.
long time ago.
For sure.
They should have done it a long time ago.
Yeah, it was the whole debate about the freedom of speech versus him being on it. But it was the final straw with him inciting this riot and people losing their lives.
I just want to say, the nigga wanted to build a wall against Mexico. You saw how quick them crackers climbed that wall.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, what is a wall to do? Nothing. At this point, like, I have not seen people like they were climbing it like Spider-Man, like fucking superheroes. Maybe
American
crackers did
Gladiators.
I don't know. Maybe they did get some powers.
It was definitely giving
It
me
was weird.
It was giving me Nickelodeon guts. It was giving me Nickelodeon
You got
guts.
guts. I wanted to
With
go on
the
that show.
crag.
So
I wanted to go on the
bad.
show
So
bad. I felt like
bad.
we were watching these dummies
Dang,
climb
I
the
really wanted to
crag.
be on that show.
For real. It was nuts. It was
Not
crazy.
guts.
No, I mean,
Do you have it?
I love it. I love it. The crag used to have smoke machines and
Yeah,
mad
man, and
colorful
glitter.
lights. Yeah, mad confetti glitter.
We got no
It was
slime.
great.
We got no slime.
We got no slime.
No slime.
No. Imagine if there was slime at the Capitol that day.
They left
It might
feces
have been
in there though.
different.
Somebody
Disgusting.
shitted in the Capitol.
Disgusting. And not in a toilet. Smeared it on the walls.
Like, and y'all were mad about a man taking a knee during the anthem.
It's-
Anyway,
well, you know how this country do.
We know how it
You know
works.
how this country do.
What I will say though is I'm very happy that Nancy Pelosi and the House are trying to introduce new forms for impeachment, new paperwork so that they can impeach him. I would love to see that happen before the inauguration. I don't think it will get done that quickly, but I would like to see that.
I do want to let y'all know too, the importance of impeaching him after the fact is so that he does not have the right to run again in 2024 as well. Like, there are some things that it will keep.
And also strips him of a salary.
It strips him of $1 million a year for travel. It strips him of those luxuries that former presidents get. So if this is something, you know, that possibly we have any say in, we definitely want this man to be impeached.
Yeah, I would like
with
to
his
see
peach
that.
orange ass.
Yeah, but I agree with Liv though. It's kind of exhausting having to remind people not to be surprised.
What the fuck?
Like, this is not the America we know. Which America you living in? Because in the America I live in, this is common. This is an everyday occurrence.
Right, like
insurrection and attempted coup.
You know what else is an everyday occurrence?
What?
Niggas not wanting to claim babies.
Bro, what the segue, what the fuck?
I feel like I just got thrown. I feel like I got thrown off the wall.
I gotta be here
I just
with
got thrown off a wall.
Here's a segue.
Shit.
Enjoy.
Sorry.